coaches to work with, at least for London.
Yeah, game tape is always good to have. You've got some research. You know what Washington's going to do. The thing is, Washington didn't do anything you wouldn't expect. They ran 3 tanks. They ran 3 to the board. New York, on the other side of things, did try to crack it with a very damage-heavy composition. Did not quite work. So stakes couldn't be any higher for as early as we are in the season. Day 1 of week 2 of the Overwatch League, and London Spitfire trying to find themselves, I suppose.
Yeah, and I want whatever Bren is on right now if he thinks that Prophet isn't getting the credit that is due to him.
Oh, he doesn't listen to us. What are you talking about?
Oh man, Prophet, what more can you ask of a guy? He's just popping off right now, and it's just like season, the last season all over again for Prophet. If you can count on somebody on London to do work, it's gonna be Prophet. Now we need the rest of the team to stand up here and get something done. Guard is still in. We didn't have any subs in, so Birdring is gonna be on the bench for this map. But it's all on the line now for London. Washington Justice starting on the attack, on the offense. Already trying to find their angle. And they are, it's good. You go out into the peace,
Space-time.
the calm, center yourself, focus, breathe,
Yes.
Hex, breathe.
This is when you have to get into golf mode. Putt on the 18th, and now we're back into the action!
Not quite there, London. By the way, they didn't go outside. A little bit of a juke coming in here from Washington, trying to throw London for a spin, but it's not going to quite work out. London are able to adapt. Washington, however, on the other side now, and hell, they're just going to go ahead and take the fight up to the high ground.
That's a really cool rotation. I was worried when I saw Washington try the same thing 3 times on Numbani, but it seems like they've got a different plan for a lot of these maps. We've seen some really interesting angles that they're taking here. Still bloodless thus far as the dive comes in. Giannis goes a bit too far, and there's Prophet. Johnny on the spot. It's really difficult to try to fight this unless you see a low target that you can try to equalize things on. And at the same time, you don't want to give up the Ghost just 5v6. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Washington continue to push, but I doubt we'd see a ton of ultimates come out from them. But Guido's just going to go ahead.
Guido's just going to go in, and there's the trance already used. And I was just about to say, hey, this is great. Trance is online a little bit earlier.
But they got Giannis back.
They got Giannis into it, and Corey finds a kill on Jester. Main tank dead for London Spitfire. Who do they have for the big soak? It doesn't look like many, and Nuss is out of it too. Washington now should be picking up this first point. Will there be a contestant time? It doesn't look like it. It looks like London want to back off.
Going back to that, when it was 5v6, they were backing out slowly, and then Giannis is likely on comms. Reinhardt is slightly mobile, can get the charge back in. So then they're able to stay alive, sustain with the ultimate, and then turn it around. Birdring's gonna, Prophet rather, is gonna throw in the Graviton.
They managed to capitalize on it though. The focus fire was there, but great healing coming through here from the back line on Washington. They're able to keep their tank alive. So they managed to weather the storm for now. Corey dropping dangerously low though, and he will fall to Fury. Fights going on in the side. Fezix, and well, this is just a cleanup now. Washington gonna get run over. Hold on to your ults for the next fight. And London Spitfire will hold, but there's still 5.5 minutes on the clock.
That is what happened with Washington, though. They held on to their ultimates for the next fight. The self-destruct didn't quite hit there, but that can be a big boomer bust. No pun intended. Well, pun intended. That's my job.
Hey.
Anyway, but they're able to hold on. Their economy is in a much better position. They've got 3 support ultimates up, and Giannis is going to have Earth Shatter. Washington losing that fight ends up being good for that.
That's exactly it. We're seeing some real discipline coming out from Washington. Fezix is going to fall here, so once again, we'll just kind of slow things down. This is where you really just want to back off and make sure that you extend your lead. Don't give London the chance to get their ults online now.
Yeah,
Don't let them do any damage. Just hide and wait.
But now they do give them the chance to get the ultimates online. The support ultimates are both going to be up for the London Spitfire now. Like Washington's going to poke through. They're still going to have a small advantage. They're going to have the tank ultimate advantage.
Oh, rally used by Addo. He goes charging straight in, looking for the stun, and he's going to get it. Jester is gone. Self-destruct thrown in by Fury. Finds no targets here. And there's the big shatter. Can they get the follow-up? Grab gets thrown in. That's going to be a dead Prophet. Janice is there to smush him against the wall. And Fury ejected from his mech. He's out of it. Great progress being made here by the Washington Justice. 2 ticks and nearly a third as well. Nobody here to contest for London. Look at it. Janice doesn't even know. He's just shocked. Like, oh, we won. We won. We did that. Okay. Yes. Hooray for you. We're taking a break, and when we come back, we'll see what the London Spitfire are capable of. London Spitfire are struggling in this series right now. 2 points picked up for Washington. You can hear the engine sputtering on London's side, but turns out Ed Hardy's behind the wheel, and there's still a chance. There's still a chance. They're not out of this fight yet.
They're not. We mentioned game tape coming into this, and I think if London has done their homework, they know what not to do for sure. It's not what New York did and throw, you know, a Pharah at it and a Tracer and a lot of different things at this defense, because Washington was able to hold pretty strong on first against such an attack. So I do believe we will be seeing this composition that's loaded up for London on the top of the screen. We're going to see 3-3 against 3-3. But so far, what I like about this Washington squad is that you could call a big play from almost anybody. Otto's had plays, Phozix has been there, Guido, I probably saved them on Numbani, Corey's been solid, Giannis has been great, Sansam, eating stuff. It's been a team effort.
Sounds like he's like a hungry.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. In the context of Overwatch.
Somebody stop this man.
hungry Sansam.
Cholesterol. I mean, this guy. Don't stop him. Let him go to work. He's got the D-Matrix up. He's got the meching going. And they are actually taking a bit of a forward position here on Justice's side, so I like this. A change. Not going to get London get comfortable over here. Notion dropping down to half HP. He will get topped up again, although it looked like Phozix wanted to kind of go in for the boop. Not quite going to find it. So far, London bleeding valuable time off the clock. That's a minute that is gone already, and they are nowhere near.
This is just really interesting position from Washington. They've got people spread out all over the place, and then they're just trying to find a target to collapse on. They find guard, and that is a collapse indeed. They're going to force them out to the moon. We'll see if they follow right out that door or wait for them up top. But with 2 kills, now it's just time to clean this up and make sure you don't lose anybody.
This is like, this is unfair. You have a shield to hide behind. Guido's like, yeah, well, I'll deal with it.
It's a pretty helpless feeling.
You're dead. And Nuss is dead too. So, London, man, struggle is real right now. All aboard the bus. 2.5 minutes on the clock for them, and Washington Justice have got the ults coming online. Phozix will have the sound barrier for the next fight. Trance on Guido as well. And the rally. I mean, these guys are so good about their ult management. They've nearly got a 6-pack.
They've just got all the angles covered, and it's an interesting way to play a 3 support, 3 tank composition, is to all hide out and then find where you're going to meet up in the middle. Now they're all forced to the low ground here. Now a full-on team rotation as they back up the stairs. Now fight onto high ground, fight for high ground.
Yeah, there we go. Just go for the wrap. And now they're going to be able to contest on the point as well. Giannis not overextending. He's still got the support. Corey's here to give him a bubble if he needs it as well. And there's the shatter. Point blank. Get wrecked! Straight into it. Giannis trying to find him, but he's not quite going to manage. The self-destruct right over the top, but the sound barrier perfectly timed from Nuss keeps his teammates alive. Fury trying to trade it right on back, but that's not going to work either. Giannis in the meantime, and all that chaos, his teammates get backed into the corner, and he's not going to survive. London have a real chance now to pick up the first point.
And Washington Justice used every single ultimate ability that they had. The cupboard is barren now. And try to fight this off. Gesture's going to try to use his slam. Prophet cleans up Corey. And it does seem like hope for first point defense dwindling away for the Washington Justice.
Already, though, doing an excellent job in terms of time. They will get all the kills. There's the cleanup. But London Spitfire only picked this point up with pretty much a minute on the clock. They're going to have 5 minutes.
You get a bunch of time added on Horizon Lunar Colony. Apparently the time and space works differently out there on the moon. And now you're in real big danger of London Spitfire running over you because they're going to have ultimates online. Use them if you got them. Pop right away the rally, but a nice opening kill for the Justice. 2 kills, that's pretty much a locked up defense.
Listen, that's what you got to deal with. If you're going to try and fully commit to that kill on auto, you cut yourself off. Looked like Gesture and Prophet got a little ahead of themselves there up behind the truck, and they were cutting their line of sight to their healers.
What a swing, too. Guard used the rally as soon as he had it, came up and wanted to use it, but with all the kills on the defense for the Washington Justice, they've just rebuilt their economy entirely. We've gone from industrial to digital.
It was pretty clean at the end of the first half. It was, what, 8 kills for Washington Justice, 7 for London. Now it's we're starting to see a bit of a gap. 17 for Washington, 13 for London. So, and now Washington are looking good. And once again with ults, look at this, Hex. 5 of them, nearly 6. They've got everything they need here to snuff this offense.
I just really love where everyone is being positioned here. They've got people all over the place. Every angle is covered, and then they rotate when they need to, following the lead of their main tank. Giannis is always in the right spot he needs to be so far.
Now the focus is going to come in here on Gesture. Corey is kind of wishing that, yep, there we go. A little bit more energy. Now he's going to start hurting. Prophet dropping so low. The bubble is there, and Prophet point blank. Corey's going to throw in the grab. It gets counter-grabbed as well. Everybody in for the fiesta, and they all survive. No kills, although as I say that, Sansam will go down. Otto's still somehow surviving in this chaos as well. He's got the rally going online. Giannis goes down to this, though. And that's not going to help things here for the Justice. One at a time, they're getting picked. Sansam going to go for the change. No diva in play. It's going to be the Reaper.
Otto had to get on there. You need Reaper now to get back to the point using Wraith Form and hopefully get a kill with the burst damage he's able to output with Hellfire shotguns. Not going to be the case. A last-second charge from Giannis comes in, is snuffed out. London Spitfire, signs of life, finally.
There it is, tied up as we go into the break. Well, we're back into the thick of it. And already, London, they do manage to turn it around at the end there, Hex. I was talking about kills. They did manage to find 20. So they have taken the lead there on that statistic. But right now, the big one that they're after is a W. They desperately need a fight that's going to go their way with everything on the line here for London.
And still 50 seconds advantage in the time bank for the Washington, D.C. Justice. And that's a big deal on Horizon Lunar Colony. The Washington Justice have showed very good prowess on first point. And you generally want to budget out about a minute per attempt at first. So one whole more attempt when Washington has to flip to the other side.
This is so good because now it's putting them, because London finished with less time. They're the ones who have to start on the offense. We saw how good the defense was for Justice first time around. Guido dropping a little low, but he'll be fine. Gonna get topped up. Giannis needs to be careful not to get picked off, and it's looking like London straight onto the high ground this time around. They're going to manage to evade that aggressive hold on Washington's side, although Washington weren't pushed up just as far last time.
I think they've adjusted to the fact of how Washington positions. Now they're just going to drop down to the point. You've got Prophet alone on the high ground, just chunking and damages Zarya. And the supports are going to pick off Giannis first. That is a brutal first loss for the Justice defense.
Yeah, excellent work from London. They saw that Giannis was slightly off to the right. There's a chance to cut the team in half and force him out the doorway. They did exactly that, London, and they were able to overwhelm the defense quickly. With 2 minutes on the clock now, London are going to pick up the first point. They're much better performance from them.
They adjusted to the fact that Washington was playing scattered on their defense and trying to collapse on a single hero, finding a better rotation, a better angle of aggression. Right now, though, Guido on defense has Transcendence up, so should be able to save them if a Graviton comes in, as Prophet has been getting those Gravitons very quickly. 1 minute and 20 seconds between grabs this map.
He had it down to 1:09 on Numbani, but I mean, Prophet, he's definitely a monster. There we go, up to the 80 energy. This guy now, he's really going to start hurting. You do not want to give him a chance to chime in, although this is ideal. Like you said, get that high ground. Let the Zarya just stand up here, chuck grenades in, but he's going to move with the rest of his team. Doesn't necessarily want to get cut off with them if they're changing positions. And now it's Washington playing very patiently. But again, need to be careful about the positioning here for Giannis. He does have both of his supports there to back him up, though.
London playing patiently as well. They want to get their ultimates online, and now it's just a matter of who blinks first on the point, who can execute these ults.
So the push comes in, Sansam getting topped up. Rally gets thrown in now by the grab as well here from Prophet. This is perhaps the chance. Trance is there from Guido and the sound barrier as well, but still they find the kill on Otto somehow. Despite it all, the damage was too much for him to survive. And now the big ults here on the line from Washington. They're looking for the wombo combo. They're going to get the grab off. The Shatter doesn't connect, and Gesture will find the kill on Giannis. It's looking good for London. They've nearly got 2 ticks. They should be able to pick up the second here, although this delay is coming in. Fazik's going to go ahead and contest for a moment. 2 ticks picked up for London. Sound barrier thrown in by Nuss. And this is it now. London have got him in a stranglehold. The Justice are trying to just delay as much as possible, bleed as much time off the clock as possible here, as London continue to find the kills.
It's so difficult to come back in this situation on defense because of the sustained style of the 3-3. And it's just hard to find a target. You need to get one kill to come back. Now they're in full-on delay mode. You've got a May out there to delay. Not going to be enough. London will complete their second half of Horizon Lunar Colony.
Solid work. Better work that time around for London. You can see bit of a smile this time. They know they did good work. They know they had their backs to the wall, and this time they were able to succeed. So a very quick take on that first point, and then not letting up on the second. Now it's on Washington to see in 20 seconds. We'll find out what they have in store for us. Be a real shock if they did change the strategy.
Well, now London's still playing for their lives here. Again, just to recap, it is 2-0 for the Washington Justice over returning champion Overwatch League 2018 season, London Spitfire. Can't say it enough. Gesture's going to get a big shatter here on the follow-through. And then I believe this is where that self-destruct comes off as well, and they lose.
They lost Addo.
Yeah, they lost Addo there as everyone just gets knocked around. They're using hammer displacement as well. But London, if they lose this map, they're 0-3 to begin the season. So you can't say it enough. Now they have a chance on defense to take us to a fourth map where they'll be playing for their lives, and then a fifth map where they'll be playing for their lives.
It just keeps on going. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here, London. See if they got a full tank of unleaded that'll take them places. Washington now, they've got to be feeling good about themselves. They've done great work so far. They're in the lead, 2-0. Countdown's about to go down, and we're going to be in offense here for Justice. Spitfire now on the defense, and once again, occupying the high ground. Curious to see if Washington are going to try and go for the juke again. I did like that the first time around on offense. You know, go out the door, make them think, and then try and wrap around on the low ground.
Well, I mean, you're going out in space. Might as well do a space balls and fooled you.
Ooh, reference game hard point.
You know, let's see, they're rotating as a team, getting very cleaved down. This one might be actually legit. They might be going out. Yeah, they are. And now they're waiting for the boost. Speed boost, back into it. No one's fooled.
No one is fooled. This time London are ready for it. Once again, Gesture with the positioning here to get the full cleave. He's nearly got a primal online already. Giannis, in the meantime, main tank for Washington Justice. He's at 17% and counting on his shatter. He has had no chance to connect Hammer with face so far, so he's going to be looking for it now. And now up onto the high ground here for Justice. Once again, sticking together. Fazik's just climbing, getting closer and closer to the sound barrier. Got to be careful, though. There might be going for a ride. Yudo's on the edge, and he's gone. Gesture with the kill. And the reset coming in now for the Justice.
That's what's so tough about the space aspect of this map, though, is that even resets take a really long time.
Yeah, you get it's painful.
The entire team resets there, meaning they don't want to die late with the rest of their team. They want to all die together so that they can come back together with a coordinated push. That burns some time off the clock. 2:45 for the Washington Justice take first point. Ultimate ability is about to come online, especially the supports for the Washington Justice, but it's been all London so far on this defense, so they're going to have a bit of an advantage.
And Gesture has been so great with the cleave. He's getting that ult online so quickly right now. Showing no fear, finding all the targets, really taking advantage of the fact that, well, his lightning gun just goes everywhere. And let's see, right into the mix. Once again, right into the middle, gets the bubble, just goes straight in for the fight. Giannis doesn't know which way to face. Finally, he gets pushed out. Only now, however, he's got his ultimate. There's the grab, getting thrown up by Corey, looking for the follow-up here. Guido gonna go throw ahead the trance, trying to keep his teammates up. Giannis gonna take him for a ride, but that's Fury, wrong target, doesn't go squish. And Washington, I mean, it's even, it's a 5v5 fight, but this favors Washington at this point with the rally going off from Otto. Now it's on London to come up with the goods.
He's trying to get the slam over the top so that he wouldn't get bashed, but it does all for naught as Guido falls. Giannis falls second, and this should be easy cleanup for the London Spitfire on the cusp of keeping their hopes alive.
Yeah, this is how it needs to go for London. 4 points for them on this map so far. If Justice can't find success on the first point, we will be going to a map 4. And London Spitfire, they'll have another chance to keep those hopes alive here. They're 0-2 in the standings for this first stage of the season.
This is why I really wanted to see Gesture early on Winston, because I think he works so well with Fury, alternating who's going to control the high ground and protect his team. Gesture will jump down, and then he does some damage. Meanwhile, Fury jumps up to protect, and then they alternate. It's kind of back and forth, hippity-hoppy.
They're both of them very good at protecting. But not this time around. Giannis gets cut off. Otto is there as well. And Washington Justice once again having to give ground. 50 seconds on the clock now for the Justice.
Back to the drawing board. London Spitfire did use Rally during that fight, and one of the recent changes to that ability is the armor will deteriorate after 30 seconds. So around the 20-second marker of clock left on the map, Washington Justice won't have to deal with a fully armored London Spitfire.
That can't happen fast enough because Doshin is still in beast mode.
There it goes.
There it goes. Finally starts to take down. And Doshin now just has to rely on the shields. 84% on his trance for him. Prophet once again on the high ground. He's got the grab. He has to be careful of Sensam with that D-Matrix though. Doesn't want to take too many risks with his ultimate. That's a fight-ending ultimate.
He's trying to get him out of mech, or at least see the defense matrix used, and then know that the cooldown window will allow him to pop it in there.
Nice little bump there from Sensam. Just gonna knock him off that high ground. Gesture decides it's time to go. Sound barriers there to keep the Spitfire alive and coordinated. The trance gets thrown in by Guido as well. AoE healing. Prophet did find the grab, but there's no follow-up really, although Corey gets his grab eaten and he dies as well. Self-destruct gets thrown in anyway, and somehow Justice are hanging in this fight. They need to find a kill, however, to turn it their way, and it's just not gonna happen. Fury with the double. Giannis and Guido out of it. And the first point, it is not looking like it's gonna go the Justice's way. It's going to be London Spitfire fighting back in this series. They finally win a map, Hex.
Keeping hope alive, the faces are lighting up now, and this is when London gets dangerous. When they get a little bit of taste of success, they can bring it back. We'll see how they perform on map form after the break.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.